so the internet is losing its mind over Claude Opus 5 because this model is the best at creating insane games, animations, and full 3D worlds at literally half the price of Fable 5, and today I'm going to show you some of the most insane things people have created with it so far. Alright, so let's get into it. Alright, so the first and most interesting generation I wanted to show you today is this specific FPS shooter game created by Claude Opus 5. The model one-shotted this entire game, and everything that you're seeing on this specific demo right here was created with custom code. The model did not use any external assets in this game, as you can see right here, but the game looks absolutely insane, complete with great background music and realistic sound effects for the bullets. The design here is also pretty mind-blowing. Upon seeing this for the first time, anyone would assume that this is a polished indie game and not an AI-coded project. Now, the thing here is that this is one of the best generations I have ever seen created by any AI model, not just Opus 5. It truly shows how unbelievably fast these models are growing and what we can expect in the near future. I really think that soon every game is going to be AI coded, leading to a complete democratization and a total revolution in how we create games. Now, this specific game was orchestrated by an AI expert named Matt Schumer, and he has provided the prompts and the code for us to check out. Taking a closer look, we can see that this is a first-person shooter built entirely in the browser using 3.js and WebGL2. It has roughly 55,000 lines of code spread across 11 different subsystems, and the craziest part, every single asset was written by a fleet of AI agents working under orchestration. So the creator used a bunch of Opus 5 sub-agents to piece this specific game together. He also mentioned that this game took about half a day to be created. That is an insanely fast turnaround time when you compare it to human coders and how long they would have taken to build a game like this from scratch. And I cannot say this enough, but every texture, mesh, animation, and sound was procedurally generated at load time directly from the code. There are zero external assets here, even if it looks like there are. The models are just that good right now. Overall, this is easily the best game creation I have seen Opus 5 make. Next up, here's a Minecraft clone made by Opus 5. Now, we have already seen previous models clone Minecraft reasonably well, but this serves as a great benchmark to get an overall understanding of how good the model truly is. And as you can tell, the model passes the Minecraft test here beautifully. It even added great sound effects for when the player hits the sheep. I think the addition of the working mobs and the functional inventory system here is a massive step up from all the previous AI models, because these features are actually working correctly. When we eliminate a mob, they drop items, which is a fantastic detail. The UI of the game is also pretty clean, though the health hearts and the hunger bars have kind of smushed together right here. They aren't fully separated, so that is a bit of a minor glitch, but otherwise, this game looks completely playable, featuring actual procedural terrain generation rather than just loading a singular static map. Moving on, here's another fantastic game created by Opus 5. It is a snowboarder game, essentially an endless runner, but instead of running, you are sliding down the snow on a snowboard, trying to dodge trees to keep your run going. Overall, this is another insane game generation by Opus 5, put together by a creator named Alex Armaloff. The gameplay looks incredibly smooth, and those mountains in the background look absolutely gorgeous. I think the background might be utilizing some sort of generated PNG, but I honestly don't even understand how Opus 5 managed to make the mountains look so good. Overall, just a really nice generation. And here's yet another stunning example of how great Opus 5 really is. A user named Lentils managed to make a beautiful planetary world inside of a single HTML file. Everything you see here is procedurally generated, complete with realistic grass and a dynamic wind field simulation. We are talking millions of individual grass blades that are able to react in real time to the generated wind. This is a 3D interactive world, though it functions a bit more like a relaxing simulation. It looks beautiful. The design capabilities of Opus 5 are quite literally out of this world. This stunning generation really gives us a clear understanding of the model's true potential. I mean, think about it. Even just 6 months ago, people did not think that any AI model would be able to generate such a breathtaking world, since older models from 6 months ago were only giving us mediocre results. Next, I want to show you a comparison between Opus 5, Fable 5, GPT 5.6, and Grok 4.5. The test was to create create a 3D model of an Airbus H115 helicopter using 3.js, and just look at the results. Here, as you can clearly see, Opus 5 completely blows every other model out of the water. Even the aircraft generated by Fable 5 is a little bit worse than the Opus 5 version. The Opus 5 helicopter has so much more detail than any of the other models on screen. Honestly, I think Opus 5's specific ability to create 3D models is just vastly superior to Fable 5 right now. In fact, so many people on the internet are currently calling Opus 5 the equivalent of a Fable 6 model, just much cheaper than those Enterprise class models. Here's another game built using Opus 5. This one is a submarine game called Deep 6, created by Pietro Chirano. Just like the others, every single asset, every animation, every 3D model, and even the background was generated entirely by Opus 5. Zero external assets were used, and as you can see, this game looks awesome. The animation for when the ship hits an object and explodes is especially satisfying. The game also operates on a wave-based survival system. As you eliminate more enemies, they start coming in larger and larger waves, and they progressively get stronger. The core idea for this game is very interesting, and overall, it's a beautifully executed project. It really proves that you can create genuinely fun, usable games with this model. Up next is a space shooter game created by Opus 5, and the incredible thing about this one, the creator, Dominic Filkis, used only 3 prompts to make this entire space shooter. Now, this specific game might not be as highly polished as all the other games I've shown you in this video, but it sure does look incredibly fun and chaotic to play. I'm confident that with just a few more prompts, the game would look a lot better, but even in its current stage, the game looks great and feels very solid, featuring nice sound effects and everything. Finally, Opus is also absolutely insane at 3D modeling inside of Blender. A creator named Scott asked Opus to recreate Monica's apartment from the popular TV show Friends, and the model completely nailed it. Looking at this, it's roughly 90% accurate to the actual apartment of that specific character from the show. It got the colors of the walls and the floor perfectly right, and the overall layout of the living room and the kitchen is spot on, so overall, I would say this is a highly accurate recreation of the apartment. But that isn't even the biggest achievement here. The craziest part is that the model successfully generated all of these beautiful 3D models entirely through code. That is a massive, unbelievable achievement for Opus 5. And as you can clearly see, Opus 5 is pulling off some truly insane things right now. So that is going to be it for the video. Please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe.